Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing well today. It's a drizzly old rainy day here. But that oil pump, that gear was off about 5 thousandths to one side more than I wanted it, and I couldn't get the milling machine down in where I wanted it. So I'm going to cut this down. I'm actually going to come back here and machine over here. I'm going to cut it down to about a 1/2 inch thickness. Got the old shaper going. The only reason I'm using the shaper is because it takes quite a while to go across and I can be doing other stuff. And this one here, I don't have different speeds. It goes whatever speed it goes. So it just saws back and forth. Kind of simple. She's a wore out old girl, but it still goes good. And as you can see, every time it goes back, this here is advancing just a couple notches. It's actually only advancing one notch, I guess. Yeah, one notch. Don't know what that's equal to. I've never put an indicator on it. But anyway, we're going to go across this thing several times. I got to watch it because this stud is going to be very close to the bottom in there. I'm going to use the feed here, which I got plenty of travel there as long because this here don't go up and down. I can run the compound down if I need to and actually lower the table, and that'll get me away from it. But that stud I think is going to miss, but I'm going to stay here and babysit it on this first pass. This is a what is this thing? A Potter & Johnston, made in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And like everything else I got, it was saved from the scrapyard on the side of the road. Oil drooling everywhere. They do make a mess because I get right in here with an oil can and put it right to it. Got to make sure you oil them good. Quite a lot of motion stuff going on. You can see the oil running everywhere. But that's how you got to run them if you're going to have them last. And I don't want it to, you know, be stove up on my watch. I mean, it's lasted this long. The only thing that doesn't work on it is the power advance. I'm missing all the linkage because that should have a power down feed, and I don't have it, but that's all right. Well, it is going to leave a very, very poor finish. The tool is actually ground to go the other way, so you know, this is the way they do. I'm not worried about it. It's just going to have clearance on this, and the pump's going to be bolted on the bottom side. So anyway, I'll bring you back in a little while. Another little thing before I go, this particular, you know, head here has got a sign plate on the side of it. There's a wedge in there, and you screw this and it lifts this up. And I have had it off. It will pick up and stuff. And it's also got a rotating head, so you can get any angle you want basically on it. It's a pretty amazing machine. It'll do a lot more than what I know how to do. And that right there is the serial number. I ain't really sure what it says, but maybe 179, I don't know. I'll find out. I'll clean it up a little. Yeah, it's 10936 is the serial number. Don't have a clue when that was made. I don't know much about the history of these. But if anybody does know, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Anyway, I'll bring you back here when we make a little more progress. Yeah, I'm on the second pass. I'm right down to where it's almost wanting to chatter. I guess it is chattering a little bit, but it's doing all right. We're taking probably close to 70-80 thousandths depth of cut. So anyway, yeah, it's going good. Well, this right here is the last pass. I just squared up that edge. Now we're coming across about probably a 1/16 of an inch, maybe 70 thousandths, I don't know, hard to tell. But we're going to end up about a 1/2 inch, maybe 9/16. Oh, what does that look like? Yeah, probably 9/16 there. That'll be good enough. At least I can get down in further with the tooling on the milling machine. When I had this given to me, this whole mechanism here was missing. And if you reverse your direction, you have to loosen this nut, slide it to the other side of the slot so that it will work in the opposite direction. Otherwise it'll advance it on the feed. So yeah, little stuff like that. This, yeah, plenty of oil in there still. Yeah. They did it good to run it today anyway, get some oil into stuff. I haven't run it for about a year, so. Alright, I'll bring you back here when we get a little further along. The end of that. Stop the feed. Have to back it up the hand a little bit. There we go. There. That should be, yeah, about 9/16. So I'm happy with that. I could make one more pass, but I think that'll get me down where I need to be. I'm going to take this out. I'll go over and take a file to it. Get rid of these sharp edges everywhere. Actually, it didn't leave a sharp edge on this side. I figured it probably would. Huh. The only place it left one was out here. Anyway, I'll be back in a few. So as you can see now, I've got the hole bigger than what the oil pump housing is so that the gear will go down in. I can test it while it's here. And I've shortened that up considerably by, well, it's 9/16, so 7/16 I took off of it. And should make it a lot easier to work. Get the indicators down in where I need them. Not much of a video today. I'll show you what else I've been doing. I wasn't even going to video any of it, but yeah, I'll come on out here and I'll show you what I've been up to today. Of course, you know, like everything, we had to go to Bridgeton and get this and get that. And had a, but you know, I've been sanding all these counter boards for the sleeves. I got most of them all pretty. I'll get some more sandpaper in there and get these edges here a little, because you don't want nothing interfering with that stuff. And yeah, right now I'm just getting ready to get in here and clean these O-ring grooves. And luckily, you can get them from the base so that you can move your hand around. Otherwise, they're pretty hard to get your hand in there. But yeah, the old girl's looking pretty good. I took her outside today and put the joy to it and a brush, and you know, it's 99% cleaned. I'll have to clean a little more around here, but it's not bad. We'll do a lot of sanding on it probably tonight and tomorrow and get it all puffed up. Then I'll probably take it out and do one more wash with some soap, and we'll start putting it together. Right now I've got everything to put it together except for the main bearings. That stuff all came in the mail yesterday. All the sleeves, pistons, all kinds of stuff, you know. Basically, I can put everything together except for the main bearings, so I can't put the crank in. That's going to hold me up a little. And the Welch plug on the back of the camshaft. That's on order. Don't know when I'll get it, probably Tuesday or so. But I can put that in last thing before it goes in the tractor. And if it doesn't show up, I got another option. I can put a 1 5/8 freeze plug in my lathe. All I got to do is put a piece of steel on there and turn it so it just fits inside of it. And I'll put the center up against it, do some pressure turning, and I'll turn it till the right size, because those are domed on the back. So you could put one of those in and make a Welch plug out of it. Not the ideal situation, but I'm not beyond doing it if that's what it comes down to. Other than that, it's just cleaning. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of shaper work. Something you don't, well, it's all over the internet, you know. I shouldn't say it's something you don't see every day. All you got to do is look it up on the internet. But anyway, it's something that I don't use mine too often. So I had it going today, figured I'd video it. Hope everybody's safe. Hit the like button and all that good stuff, and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.